Virgin Galactic stock is crashing yet again. Is it time to buy more shares, or is it time to run away with whatever profits you have? What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we are speaking about Virgin Galactic, baby. So a few things have happened to cause this crash, okay? The first one is right here. Chamath, I don't know how to say his second name, has sold off some of his position, okay? Very respected man in the world of SPACs and the world of investing in general. Virgin Galactic's test flight has come and gone. It happened a few days ago. We'll speak a little bit about what happened. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? This headline right here, which will strike fear into many investors' hearts. Virgin Galactic drops as holders fight to sell 113 million shares. What does this actually look like? In order to find out, we'll have a look at the SEC filing, and we'll just have a little bit of a chat about where we are price-wise and what I think could happen over the next couple of weeks. So right before we get into the video, my friends, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? It really helps me out. I really would appreciate you. Drop me a comment down below. I'm interested. What are you guys doing with Virgin Galactic right now? I mean, we're off the back of that absolutely beautiful run-up, and now something like this happens. It's always a little bit disheartening. And please, my friends, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button. Join the family of investors. What are you waiting for? If you're interested in joining my private Discord group, where you get my buy and sell alerts, you get to speak about Virgin Galactic, you get access to over 40 private channels, there's over 600 investors in there. Hit the first link in the description, my friends. And if you want 4 free stocks, 2 of which are valued up to $3,700 from Webull, my friends, hit that second link in the description. Sign up, deposit $100. You get some money, I get some money. It's a win-win, baby. Now, straight into it. So you can see with the price action, I mean, it hasn't been good lately in general. Okay, go all the way back to the 9th of December. We started this downward trend. So you'll see we peaked out right about $35.50 a share. In the pre-market today, we hit as low as $22.67. It's been a big drop, my friends. Looking on the 4-hour chart here, you can see we are at oversold levels. And in fact, the last time we got this low was when we went on that huge run up. The last time we hit about $17 a share. Now, the MACD is still bearish, so there could be worse to come, but it is worth having a look at that. There could be a rebound from what we're seeing here, but I wouldn't expect it to happen necessarily today. Former Facebook executive Chamath, okay, perhaps the most ferocious SPAC sponsor of 2020 SPAC Mania. I mean, you guys will know his name this year if you didn't before, just because of SPACs. He ran the original cash shell that took the space travel company public. It was his first deal in space. And this man loves SPACs, okay? So he has sold some stock, okay? And we have the SEC filing here. We can see exactly what he did go ahead and sell. But I think what's important to understand, and a lot of people just think he's selling everything, okay? He hasn't sold all of his equity, just 15% of his stake according to the filing. So that is still a very considerable stake, and it's enough to scare some people away, and it definitely is enough to cause a slight dip in the market without a doubt in my mind. But it's 15% of his overall position. It's not like he has lost hope for the company. And on a note on Twitter, he says this: please note that I filed a Form 4 for the sale of 3.8 million shares of Virgin Galactic. I sold these shares to help manage my liquidity as I fund several new projects starting in 2021. That's actually an exciting statement as well. This man has seen a lot of success this year. He may bring us some more juicy deals soon. I remain committed and excited for the future of SPCE. Just wanted to be transparent. So that's a very positive tweet all in all. I mean, yeah, he sold a lot of shares. He wants to be more liquid. He does state though, and he makes a point of the fact that he is still excited about their future. So I would not see him selling these shares as the worst thing in the whole world by any means, my friends. So he did sell about 3.8 million shares. They were all pretty much between 24.67 and 27.54. And it is what it is. Nothing else really to it. I'm fine with it. Of course, as a holder, it's not what you want to see. You would rather him hold all of his shares. It is what it is. Now this right here. Virgin Galactic drops as holders file to sell 113 million shares. So this includes up to about 105 million outstanding shares of common stock and up to 8 million shares issuable upon the exercise of warrants. Now, if you go into that SEC filing, a couple of things I want to point out. We have assumed that all shares of common stock reflected in the table as being offered in the offering covered by this prospectus will be sold from time to time in this offering. So that's not all going to happen today. It's not all going to happen next week. It's going to be over a longer period of time. I don't think this is going to be the biggest deal in the whole wide world. And you can see here that quite a few of them are coming from Chamath. Now, this does not mean he is selling all of his shares. It is just showing the shares that they own in total. We can also see Virgin Investments in here, SCHC Sponsor Corp, Abar Space Inc, and Boeing Horizon X Ventures. And what's important to understand here, guys, is this is not share dilution, okay? We will not receive any proceeds from the sale of shares of common stock by the selling stockholders. This is just people who own the stock who are filing that they have intent to sell some. So do keep that in mind. So all in all, I know it's a scary headline, selling 130 million shares. It's okay. Now, the next thing I'd like to speak about is this. Every Virgin Galactic shareholder is going to be aware of this. Virgin Galactic update on the test flight program. So they released this December 14th. You'll all be aware of this test flight, okay? So there was a perfect landing with pilots, the mothership, and spaceship safe, secure, and in excellent condition. So straight off the bat, beautiful, you know, everybody's safe, happy days. That's what we really want to see. Now, the test flight did not reach space as planned, as the rocket motor did not fire due to the ignition sequence not completing, okay? So obviously, not what we wanted to see. The test flight wasn't necessarily a failure, but it was not by any means the success that we wanted it to be either. And this will ultimately end up prolonging Richard Branson going to space, which is potentially going to be the biggest catalyst in the short term for this company. So not what we want to see, but it could have been a whole lot worse. I think we can all just be happy that everybody got home safe. I mean, stock investing aside, we are looking at history being made here. Everybody's safe, should be happy with that. So during the test flight, the rocket motor did not fire due to the ignition sequence not completing. Following the event, the pilot conducted a safe landing and return to Spaceport America. They are now conducting post-flight analysis and can so far report that the onboard computer which monitors the propulsion system lost connection, triggering a fail-safe scenario that intentionally halted ignition of the rocket motor. This system, like others on the spaceship, is designed such that it defaults to a safe state whenever power or communication with sensors is lost. Look, again, not what we want to see, but we should all be appreciative of the fact that these measures are in place. They are making it as safe as possible, my friends. And also, guys, keep in mind, it's a test flight. I mean, is this not what test flights are for? For figuring out these mistakes, for making it a better service going forwards. So the pilots, as well as the engineers and pilots in mission control, are well prepared for any off-nominal results as they plan and rehearse many potential scenarios during pre-flight simulation. And it paid off. So Michael Colgazier, the CEO, we all know him. He says, when I became CEO, I was briefed on the safety engineering of our spaceflight system, which is purposely designed to enable our pilots to safely glide back to the spaceport at any point during the flight profile. Seeing firsthand how our pilots brought Unity in for a picture-perfect landing after an off-nominal condition confirmed this approach. I am more confident that this is the level of safety that consumers will want and will be expected from us, and that's what I'm seeing. I am seeing positives here, okay? Not best case scenario, but we see it safe. But let's keep it real, guys. We went on an absolutely beautiful run-up. A lot of that was in anticipation of this test flight. The test flight did not go as planned. We did not get to space. And now we see that there is some selling going on. Of course, there's going to be a big dip, okay? This dark blue line here, this was our previous all-time high. We gapped down into it, okay? Again, the RSI is very low. The MACD is bearish. We are downtrending, okay? So since this news came out today, okay, we have broke onto pretty much this line of support I had previously drawn out. 23.52, okay? We bounced under it. As of recording this, we're literally right back at it, okay? The next line of support I have is a little bit lower at 21.08. What I am going to say right now is if we can stay above 21.08, I think the potential for us to move back up relatively soon is quite high. Not guaranteed by any means whatsoever. I mean, for months and months on this channel, I have had the floor of this company at about $14.50 to $15. I have said they're a great buy below $17 and incredible buy below $15, and that's where I was picking up my shares. But if we're going to be completely realistic, guys, this is a string of fairly poor events for the company. We can expect some downward movement. We have already seen a lot of downward movement, okay? As I said, recent highs of $35 a share. We're back down to about $23.50 a share. That is a huge downward movement, and in my opinion, we do not need to go back down much lower, in all honesty. I believe from everything that I've seen, when people realize that there are a lot of positives to take away from the recent test flight, when people realize that there is no share dilution happening, I think that we can just start moving back up, especially if another test flight is to be announced relatively soon. We know they're coming. What needs to be understood, guys, Q1 for this company is more than likely going to be very volatile. They have said for a long time now, Richard Branson's going to space in Q1. They have a history of pushing that back, okay? After that test flight we just saw, I personally don't believe he's going to space in Q1. Now, it could happen. I hope it does happen. I don't believe it will. And with that being said, if that doesn't happen, and if we don't get an update that says at the very least he's going to space in Q2, things are going to go red quite quickly, in my personal opinion. I have been saying on the channel for a long time, I'll be happy if he goes to space in the first half of next year, okay? For a while now, I haven't thought that Q1 is going to come to fruition. And the fact that this test flight did not go to plan has strengthened that belief in me personally. So all I'm trying to get at, guys, is I think you should be ready for some volatility, okay? I really am hoping that we can stay above $21 a share, because if we don't, I see no reason why this stock can't go back down towards the $17 to $19 range, and we really don't want to be down at those levels. But one promising sign, as I recently said, is that RSI is very, very low, and the last time we got this low, we consolidated a little bit, and then we went on a really, really nice run up. But guys, that's my update on Virgin Galactic. I don't think too much more needs to be said than that. At the end of the day, I think a lot of what's happening is being blown out of proportion, in all honesty. I think this is the kind of thing that will cool off within a couple of days, and we just need to wait for our next real announcement from Virgin Galactic, in my personal opinion. But do keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, baby. So my friend, if you have watched this video all the way till the end, you are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here. Your support genuinely means the world to me, so just thank you so much. If you enjoyed, maybe took some value, some insight, if you've watched till the end, could I please ask you to hit that like button if you haven't yet? Drop me a comment down below and subscribe if you're new around here. It's all free. It takes like 10 seconds. It would mean the world to me. It helps me out so much. If you do want to take it a step further and join that private Discord group, I promise you will not regret it. There is so much juicy information in there. That's the first link in the description. You find out whenever I buy or sell a stock. I spoke about Virgin Galactic in there before I made this video. Loads of juicy info. And if you want those 4 free stocks on Webull, all you gotta do is hit the second link in the description. Sign up, deposit $100. Easy money. Anyway, my friends, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, a fantastic weekend. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.